Hi everybody, it's Dara, and we are up to some raw vegan goodness. Almost 100% raw. We're using something today. We're making wraps with rice paper. So it's kind of fun. These are spring roll wrappers. You can get at Asian markets or Whole Foods. And basically the fun about this is that you can get a maximum amount of nutrients. We're going to put in spinach, sprouts, carrots, avocado, red pepper, mushrooms, even some serrano pepper, I think. And I made a beautiful sauce, which I'm going to share with you. And the beauty of this is that you get to have these wraps that you could take to work. They're wonderful for people who are transitioning to a healthier diet because you still have that really cool feeling of chewing or biting into that rice paper wrap, but you can fill them as full as you want and still have a lot of raw vegetables in it. So I am highly suggesting that you try this one, especially if you are getting tired of salads, which I never do, but this is really nice. This is a fun one to serve to people. And it makes a nice party food, a nice food to take to lunch at work or on the go. So I put this one's already, I left it in the water. So I'm gonna show you how to do that in a minute. Gage is gonna come back and film me so you can see up close what I do. But basically I'm going to tell you what I have. A lot of these ingredients, I took mushrooms. You don't have to use mushrooms. You can marinate the mushrooms if you want. I use the big portobello mushrooms and I sliced them, and then I did a little marinade of olive oil. I love olive flakes. It's my favorite olive oil. Olive flakes and a little bit of sesame oil and some Coconut Secret coconut aminos. This one's teriyaki. You can use a regular coconut amino. And that's instead of using a soy sauce and nama shoyu, which some people don't react well to soy. It throws off the hormones and things. So I made the marinade and I put the mushrooms in, and I just kind of spin them around and making sure they're coated, and they soak it up really nicely. So the longer you soak them, the softer they'll get. So we have our mushrooms marinating. I used for the sauce, after I put the vegetables into the rice wrap, I made a sauce of tahini, because I didn't have almond butter, that's fine. Tahini, I used the coconut aminos teriyaki sauce again. I want to put a little bit of red pepper in here, even though it's really spicy. Got to be careful. Just a little bit. I'm growing serrano peppers in my front yard, and it pleases me to no end to use my own vegetables. So this sauce is a little thick. To thin it out, we can add a little bit of oil. We could add a little bit of maybe apple cider vinegar. That's a good idea. You know what? I have been using coconut vinegar and I really like it. Wellness Family Naturals. I love it so much. So I'll put a little bit of that and it'll thin it out and give it a little bit of a brightness. And then we just mix it up. And you want it to be thin enough that you can put some onto your wrap. And in order to make these wraps, you could put anything you want in them. I always have avocado. I really like avocado on the inside of a wrap. You could put cucumbers. With the carrots, I started to cut them and I thought, you know, it's much nicer, and the carrots will go, it's much nicer to bite into thin. So I used a peeler to make ribbons. That was my thought process. I started cutting them and I was thinking about mouthfeel, and it's really important in raw food because it's not cooked and made to be soft. It's important to consider what is known as mouthfeel, how it's going to feel when you're biting into something, how sloppy it will be, how, if it needs to be finger food for a party, how is that going to look as somebody's having a conversation. We think about the nature of the food and how best to prepare it for what we're using. So for a dip, great. For a wrap, even better. And so I'm gonna ask Gage to, so now I have, all right, so we have our mushrooms, we have our avocado, we have our pepper, we have our spinach, we have our carrots, we have our sprouts. I could cut cucumber if I want, I could cut onion. You could put little slices of apple inside, that would be really nice. So I'm pretty pleased with what's going on here. Persimmon, it's persimmon season. I think I feel like putting some cucumber. Oh, this is good to give you the idea. So I'm gonna ask Gage to film me making the, here he comes, the wrap soft. Okay, so maybe you wanna pick it up. So basically I take, you stopping it or no? You don't even have to. That's cool, thank you. So this wrap is not, here it's open. Okay, so here we go. This one's a little broken, it's okay, but maybe we'll get one. So it's hard, and if you go to bend this, it's going to crack. So what we do is I have a bowl that has some water in it. This bowl is from Crate & Barrel, I love it. I love salad bowl dishes that are like a bowl. So I put the wrap in the water, and I'm gonna leave it there a little bit. And I might turn it over, let's see, give it a couple turns. There's no like rhyme or reason, you just want it to be soft. And then next to it, I have a clean white towel over a cutting board. And that's where I will lay the rice paper wrap so that we can get the moisture absorbed from it. So it's getting kind of soft. Yeah, there we go. I think that's soft enough. It's hard to tell. Sometimes you think you want it really soft, and then when you go to take it out, it's just really like mush. Are the doors open? We're doing some work in the house, so there's a couple of flies. We're finishing up the whole decluttering extravaganza, my extreme sport decluttering for 3 years now. Okay, so we have our nice soft wrap, and now I like to put in the spinach first. A bed of spinach, but you're going to think about also what the colors that show up. If you put carrots next to the spinach, when you fold it over, you're going to see the colors from the bottom. I'll show you. So we have red pepper, spinach, we have avocado can go on top of the spinach. That's how I like it. And we'll put sprouts. And we're going to put some mushrooms. And another cameraman is going to be very happy, and Mr. Herbie is going to be very happy when he gets delivered a couple of these wraps. So the sauce that I made is kind of thick. I'm not so happy with that. It's got to be a little thinner, because when I go to, we want it to drizzle, right? We don't want it to be paste. So I will, and then after that I have the water bowl, I have the dry towel on a cutting board, and then next to that I have a dish. So once I'm done wrapping, I have somewhere to put this. Put a little sesame oil. And this is going to be delicious. And this is great for kids, great for work, great for taking on the go, great if you get bored, great if you could put anything in here. All right, I think that's kind of good. No, I want it a little thinner. I'm going to put a touch of water. Okay. Yeah, that's getting better. And, oh, okay, so in here, in this sauce, is tahini, coconut vinegar, a little olive oil, sesame oil, and I also put in coconut nectar to make it sweet. So if you don't have coconut nectar, use a little bit of raw honey. Okay, there we go. There we go. Is it drizzle? That's beautiful. So can you show them up close? That's beautiful. So we have, now I'm going to wrap it. Now I'm going to take it and then wrap it like that. And I keep a towel handy because my fingers, okay, keep a towel handy and wrap it. And this one broke, but that's okay. And then take that out, wrap it. And if it didn't rip on this side, that would be perfect. So I would say that these need to be soaked a little bit more, but then you just bite into it and it's so delicious. You could have a dipping sauce on the side. So I'm gonna give this one to Gage and make one for Herbie and definitely make one for myself. I'm so excited. I will see you guys really soon, and get your wraps on. Definitely get your greens on. Gage eating it, and he said, it's a
delicious.
Yay. I'm so happy. We have proof. Yeah, let's look up close. Oh yes, very beautiful. Okay, you guys. Anything else, Gage?
Nope, I'm hungry.
Okay, I'll make more.